Hi, Brick Tamlin with KWNT News, and the date is August 22nd, 1968. 2 days ago, Soviet troops as well as soldiers from the neighboring nations of Hungary, Poland, Bulgaria, and East Germany marched into Prague. In this socking scourge of the Czechoslovakian countryside, the Soviets have brought an end to the rapid liberalization of the Czech government known as the Prague Spring. The Prague Spring started in January, when former President Antonin Novotny, head of Czechoslovakia's Conservative Communist Party, was ousted. This came after years of public growing dissatisfaction at Novotny's unwillingness to embrace social reform. Novotny was promptly replaced by the socially liberal Alexander Dubček, who almost immediately ended the country's long-standing censorship laws that discouraged journalism and open debate, and in April, he issued plans for an even greater social reform, such as revised constitution, free elections, and autonomy for his home country of Czechoslovakia. But the Ruskies weren't having it, and so, fearing the threat of democracy throughout the region, and fearing the loss of Czechoslovakia's strategic location in a possible war with NATO or the United States, the Soviet Union and the other nations of the Warsaw Pact invaded Czechoslovakia, bringing in over 500,000 men, 6,300 tanks, 2,000 cannons, and 800 airplanes in an effort to crush the new liberal government. Although Dubček's regime was not able to put up a resistance, the locals were not too happy about seeing Soviet tanks on their city streets. Some, in resistance, even tried to fight the invading soldiers, resulting in over 100 civilians killed and more than 500 wounded. The Soviets and their allies took some casualties as well, 112, although the majority of these deaths came from accidents and, not surprisingly, suicides. And now I'd like to go to exclusive KWNT footage of the recent invasion. It is unsure whether the U.S., currently dug into their own fight against communism in the jungles of Vietnam, or any other NATO country for that matter, will choose to intervene in Czechoslovakia in any significant way. President Lyndon B. Johnson has canceled his summit with Soviet Premier Leonid Brezhnev, although this appears to be the limit of his retaliation, as he has been quoted saying that he, quote, was not about to make any great concessions on Vietnam. This just in, I'm getting reports now that last morning, Dubček and his cabinet were arrested and taken to Moscow, where they were interrogated extensively. Eventually, the remaining delegation in Prague will be forced to sign the Moscow Protocol, a 15-point pledge reversing the laws put in place under Dubček and putting in new conservative Soviet laws. Brick Tamland, KWNT, signing off.